start. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is, where you at. I'm probably screaming. I got this Phil Collins blasting in my ear. Could just make you turn around and see me cry. There's so much I need to say to you. So many reasons why. You're the only one who really knew me at all. Come on, Phil, they knew you. So take a look at me now. That's what I'm telling the world. And there's just an empty space. To remind me, just a memory of your face. So take a look at me now. It's just an empty space. And wait for you is all I can do, and that's all Man, I'm telling y'all, sorry. I told y'all, so hey, Susan, you see me just jamming the field. Still be standing here. I love Phil. See, my music is my life. Like, there are artists who they go with me from childhood to adulthood, and Phil is one of them. And Phil is one of them who, when I think of his songs, some of them I loved as a kid, but as an adult, I really hear it. I really feel it. I know where it comes from. I understand me now. So I'm always going to have music in these here ears. Always. Hey, Barbara. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. How was your weekend, ladies? Yeah, I said, let me drop on. I ain't been on in a couple of days. So I was just literally chilling. You know, I spent this weekend doing a lot of supporting, you know, watching, catching up on people, practicing, learning, well, not practicing, but learning how to do thumbnails, you know. What up, Tanner Key? See, look, Tanner, let me tell you something. I come up in there, you always jam. Man, I swear every time I put music on, if I took this song off right now, they're going to mute my live. Like, I said, forget it, but you can't stop me from jamming. You can't censor, look, you can't censor me. And I don't care if I can't sing. I'm going to sing my song if it come on and it jam in these here ears. But yeah, thanks for stopping on in, sis. Yeah, but like I said, this weekend, I just said I wanted to give more love and support because I tell you all, in this here heart, look on YouTube, I'm a subscriber. You know what I mean? So that's what I do. I come through, check things out, watch them, get different points of views. Because look, each channel, to me, each creator is a representation of themselves. You know what I mean? I'm not clicking and clacking all they subbies to them and none of that. I just, you know, I'm coming. And if you can hold... I got ADD. If you can hold my attention, trust me, I'm there. I'm there. And sometimes, you know, like I said, I'm not in no bushes. I don't hide. You know what I'm saying? Unless we was playing. Even when we play hide and go seek, I just stand somewhere obvious and run back to the base when you went looking for the people hiding. So, like, I don't hide. I'm never going to be in the bushes. I'm just going to be on the throne watching. You know what I mean? And look, you got to put out disclaimers all over here. If I say I'm on the throne, it don't make me a queen and you a peasant. You know what I mean? You know, it just means I'm on the throne. You on the throne too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not worried about nobody else's throne or palace. You know, but like I said, so sometimes I am in the back. Yeah, like I said, so I got so tired of the muting the music. About a month and a half ago, my buddy's boyfriend died. When I came, I had my whole starlights, you know, you had the thing, show the stars, whatever it's called. I can't think of what it's called right now. But I had my whole starlight on. I had a whole moment set up, and I was just honoring his life and honoring her as my friend and her loss. You know what I mean? Man, I put on some music. I'm telling you, it muted while I was still talking. And then when I came off of it, it was like, look here, Heifer. I don't care who you talking about. They won't hear you. And after that, I was so mad because I'm like, man, I was actually saying something like, you know, that I really wanted to be heard. And so I just said, you know what, from now on, you might give me the glance because there's going to be a moment where I'm like, forget it. Mute this part. You know what I mean? Don't mute my whole video. Just mute this part, you know. But I'm always going to speak music, people say stuff, I'm going to think of songs. If the line remind me of a song, music is my heart. Music is my story. Uh-oh, y'all. Look what's on. Look, it's giving me an update that Up and Adam is live. Look. I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. Come on, y'all. That's all we got to do. And let me tell you something I learned about change. It's a lot of people don't want to see that. You know what I mean? They don't want to see you change. They have left you just where you are, and that's where you're going to be forever. And sometimes when you change, they still hold you there. You know what I mean? You come around people, and they tell, oh, girl, I know you got to cuss them out because, and you think, why am I cussing them out? I just walked in the room. Because that's all they think of you. And that's fine. I love to make a lie out of somebody. You know, going to music. I remember when 2 Chainz said, you know, I went where they said I wouldn't. I did what they said I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? YSL belt buckles. Y'all show is looking. That means people are watching you. They watching. They say, if somebody watching a live and can say like, oh, it's fingerprints on your refrigerator. Your socks don't match. You are really looking for a problem. So I've just learned that's a part of life. And if you are somebody, they always after you. What up, KT? Happy Monday. Yeah, but like I said, so I said, let me come up on here, chit chat, run my mouth, see how my peeps doing. Everybody, you know what? Like I said, hey, y'all, I also this weekend, I should have been working on learning how to drop a link, everything else. But with me, it has to be what I want to do. Because if my attention, like if I don't have any interest in it for that moment, it's going to start frustrating me to do it. So, but Tennekey is definitely, Tennekey Headhunter, that's her name. She is definitely a content creator. Check her out. She's real. She's a real person giving you a real piece of that Tennekey. And I love it. I do. I always say that. In one of my earliest videos, I told her, first of all, first time I saw her name up in AT2's chat, he was, wait, what do you say? I said, oh, I know that's Tennekey all day. That's Tennekey. I knew just what that name was saying. So, what's his name? He used to be with 50. Oh, nice loving Buck. Yeah, he made it famous. Memphis, Tennekey. And you can take that any way you want. Tennekey, which is cheap, if you know that lingo. But other than that, it's Tennessee. So, much love. Yeah, but this weekend, like I said, I've been watching a lot of YouTube. We all know how this weekend, jumped off in areas. And here's what I want to tell you. I said this the other day. If you catch me in an area and you say, oh, I can't believe she's there, or she must just be there for this, you foolish. I don't get down like that. Hey, my Facebook is under my name. It's publicly open. Go watch some of my videos from 2 years ago, and what you're going to see is a transition, but you're going to see I'm still the same person. And I was still saying back then, I don't chase clout, baby. I got it. I got it. Because what I used to think was clout ain't clout. It's not clout. It's looking for approval, I guess. I don't know, but it ain't clout. So I don't need clout. I got clout because people can actually see who I really am. You know what I mean? And I'm not afraid to tell you who I was. I'm not afraid to tell you what I've done. I'm not afraid to tell you where I've been. You know what I mean? None of that. None of that. Because see, that'll give you better understanding of me. So I don't really bother me. Y'all know. What up, Sarah Z? Happy Monday. Na 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 na. Oh. Yeah. You know how some songs just get you inside? Nah. You can feel it inside. Nah. Come on, Michael. Let's just break it down together. Oh, no. He's gonna make a change. It's gonna feel real good. Change. Just lift yourself. Yeah, come on. You got to start with yourself now. Make that change. Woo, he touched me with this one. You got to not with yourself. Mike was one of them people that be singing. He was like James Brown. Sometimes you're like, I have no idea what he's saying at all. And then it would take like either, because I was, back in the day, especially when you had to censor yourself and just listen to, you had your earphones on. And then sometimes I'd be singing a song and you're like, wait, that's what he said? Rewind that again. That's what he said. Then, when they had cassettes and CDs, you could actually open it up and read the words. You're like, wait, he said what? I mean, Mike got some songs where, what's that one when he got, I could never do a song with another song on. But he said something like a River Jordan. I had no idea. I used to think when I was short, he said like a pair of Jordans. I'm like, what Mike talking about Jordans? Do he wear Jordans? They that cool? I ain't know. But then again, it's some people that tell you. I used to think New Edition said in that song, "Ooh, girl, I'm pregnant." People's like, why would they be pregnant? They are God. Or BBD, I used to think they say, yo, spit, blow. It's like, no, yo, slick. Oh, yeah, you have to, because you know what? I've noticed that it's people, because like I said, hey, y'all, if I open up first of all, if I open up my subscriptions, what you're going to see is two things. There's a couple people on here I need to unsubscribe from. Because like I told y'all, it takes a lot for me to give up, where I'm just like, oh, I'm over it. It don't mean I want to see you fail. Just mean I'm just over it. But if you see my subscription list from YouTube, what you'll learn is, you want to really catch me, you could catch me anywhere. You can catch me in places you wouldn't even think about going. I'm going to be in places you never even heard of the YouTuber. And does that mean that they small? Because what y'all call small, like, what is your idea of small? Because when something's so small and I ain't never heard of it, know nothing about it, I damn sure don't talk about it. I don't even, what, who? I'm like, say the name again so I can type it in and try to find out who it is. But, excuse me, between my light and the light from outside, I have no idea what's going on. Because behind me, I'm like, wait, I got this see outside in the backyard, but who cares? But if you saw my subscription list, let's go. I'm not even gonna tangle with it. I'm just gonna push all. Now look, like I said, some I just subscribed back to because I didn't even know the Spark Alley. I didn't even know she had brought back a page. But like I said, I'm here for us all. We all in a change. And look, these ain't people I just put on here today. And you might not even be able to see. You see it's still going? You see it's still going? Hold on, it's still going. Wait, Danny, you ain't done. You ain't, wait, hold on, keep that going. Wait, are you still going? Are you still going? So you say, damn, how could you watch all these people? Now, if you think I could watch everybody at one time, you are crazy and a fool. No, I can't. But I do support them, and I am going to go, and I always do like, well, you know what? I ain't watched such and such in a while. Let me see what's up with them, and I'll go back. You know what I mean? And I'll catch up. And trust me, if I put Replay Squad in your stuff, even if I don't sit and watch it right then, I'm coming back to it. You know what I'm saying? If I don't finish it right then, I'm going to come back to it because I like completion. So I don't want to just see the first 5 minutes of your stuff and then be like, oh, I'm so bored. Oh, God, I can't come. I wouldn't have made it 5 minutes if I was bored. I tell people, if a movie don't catch me within the first 5 minutes, it don't got me. I'm done. I'm turning it off. I don't even want to know what happens, But no, so I'm a supporter. And so I was like, let me catch up on some people, see what's up, see what people been up to, see what they're talking about. What are they, you know what I mean? Because it's all different. Because like I said, I can go into any conversation with you about things. But some things it's like I'm just not going to go there. Because even if it's my conversation, some things we think aren't, I don't know. I'm not going to say what you think isn't right, but because what you think is what you think, and it comes from what you know. But some things I just don't even want to debate or make it like I'm trying to persuade, because I'm never trying to persuade. I'm never. Sometimes when people disagree with me, I like to listen because they might point out something I wasn't paying attention to. Because see, when you're in a mix of something, there's some things you're missing. But when you're on the outside looking in, it's easier to catch. But me, I'm not trying to catch none of y'all up. I'm trying to catch me up, make me better, so I don't make the same mistakes. But yeah, so this weekend I was giving support, and I was giving support to YouTubers and doing that, working on thumbnails, messing with my camera on my phone. I keep on saying, oh, you know what? As soon as I get to Chicago, because right now, oh my goodness, I don't even want to get started on my brother and my ride. But, I'll get there. I'm not worried. And I know in God's order, there's a plan for me. So I'm just trying to stay, still. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to stay still and see what's up. But what was I saying? Oh, I hate when I lose my thoughts. Sorry, but Queen came on in my ears, and I'm like, oh, I love Queen. But anyway, see now I further lost what I was about to say. I told you the ADD. But yeah, this weekend I just was doing that, checking out channels, giving support, jumping in the comments just to say something, to say a hello or what's up, how you're doing, you know. Then yesterday morning, I don't know, sometimes the days like sit on top of each other, so they all seem like one day. Okay. But yeah, so I was just, sorry, I got a text from my mom, and I knew she was gonna do that. I tried to call her in before I got on. I knew she's gonna text me as soon as I get up on here and watch. But yeah, so I did that. Then yesterday morning, I was watching Terry Lynn. I said, let me jump in and drop on in the link. Because one thing about me, even when I was not a content creator, let me tell you all something. I didn't even really it was just times where I'm like, I gotta hit that link. That link in there, let me get up on here. I gotta say something, and I come on. But I never was, you got nervous with that because sometimes people think in the YouTube world, sometimes people think like, and some people are doing it, but sometimes people think like, oh, you came on there, you was just doing it for clout, so somebody could say your name. So somebody, what? How do you know that by saying my name, you're not gonna make people run from me, not come to me? So no. People should do what they want to do. So I believe that anyone who comes to me, comes to my channel, because you're not following me, you're supporting me. You know what I mean? You're showing love. You're not following. Where are you following me to? Where are we going? You know what I mean? But so if you come here, I believe it's organic. Whatever it is, you liked something, you saw, you related to me, whatever it is, so I don't think of things like that. But I also know, as a content creator who's not monetized and all this, because in some people's world, that's the biggest thing. And that will come. You know what I mean? I'm not in anything to fail. Nothing I'm going to do is going to be to fail. So, but at the same time, I'm not trying to stomp on people back to the top. I'm not trying to dog you out to the top. I'm not trying to kick you over to get to the top. I'm not trying to move you out the throne and sit in your seat. I don't want none of that. I don't want that. I'm good on that. I'm good, because see, what worked for you ain't gonna work for me. Just like people be like, girl, I don't know how he was so good because when I was with him, because it's not the same relationship. Might be that same guy, not the same relationship. So I'm not here to do what nobody else is doing. I'm here to do what I'm doing. Like, that's it, to show you that there's so many different sides to me. And at the end, like when I tell you I'm out here trying to do better, it's not just on YouTube. It's not. But here on YouTube, when I'm recording and being recorded and being whatever it is, because you never know on here what they're doing with you. But if that's what it is, then I'm going to make sure I stand 10 toes down in who I am, what I am, and why I am. That's it. Who, what, why. That's it. That's it. And some will like it. Some will swear it's fake. Some will be looking for the reason for me to jump up, snap, crackle, and pop. I don't know why. I don't know why they want to see that, because for me, your downfall is never good. Because just like your victory, hey, Terry, hey, sis, happy Monday. Because the truth of the matter is, no matter what, I just got to be me. What you say to the kid, YouTube makes me say, oh, yeah, they do. And I mean, we all humans. We either going to do as we've done, do what's going on. Okay, here's a good example of when I say we're going to do what's going on around you. So when I first started working at Nordstrom's, I worked in the cafe. And when I first came, I'm like, I don't do sales. And everybody's like, oh, Danny, go to sales. You'll do perfect in sales. You good with people, it'll work for you. So I was like, oh, okay. You never know. So all I wanted to do was really sell to somebody. If I even thought there was an inkling of a chance that they didn't want it, I didn't even want to sell it to you. I wanted to, and he'd say, Danny, you're not upselling. You're just, you just like almost conforming to the customer. Of course I should. It's their money. It's their money. And it was a lot of people told, oh, that's not gonna work. You're never gonna go nowhere and sell that way. And I did. And so what I learned is you gotta do what you gotta do. Because I can't come on the floor and be you. When I first got on that sales floor, I used to watch the top sellers and go, okay, so what they do is this. And then they be bringing out some stuff. And then sometimes they say they don't have that one to sell you the most expensive. I'm not on that because I know when I come in to buy something, I already have my mind made up. Like, this is what I'm buying. This is what I'm doing. So you can't upsell or change. Now, what you could do, like, for instance, if I'm going to get a game system and you say, oh, how much do the kids pay? How much are they doing this? And then you say, oh, these gigabytes are more. And I was like, oh, okay, I wasn't even thinking about that part of it. That way you might upsell. But if I came in to get these shoes, I don't give a what you're talking about. Unless you don't have those shoes, then I'm going somewhere else. But I'm coming to get what I came to get. So when I'm on here, I'm just giving you me. That's it. But yeah, so I went on Terry Lynn's yesterday. That was really nice. You know, I told y'all, I grew up I got buddies who I've been buddies with 25 years, almost 30 years, and they are women. You know, I'm staying with one right now in Georgia, my bestie. That's my sister. You know what I mean? But I ain't had good relationships with women. So when I can get in places and literally have love and respect, oh, it always makes me happy. It makes it because it's growth. It's growth. And it took a while to get to that. You know what I mean? But it's growth. It's growth for me. So that's always a good thing. And I just did a lot of watching YouTube last night. I watched so many content creators. And at first I was like, I'm not going to name what I watched. I did. Oh my goodness. I watched a few. But like I said, somebody will see me one place and swear that's the only place I'm in. You don't know me. Because yesterday, I was from, Leon Lush, you know what I mean, to this weekend. I was from Leon Lush to Just Doom. I was everywhere. I was watching some of everything. I was just watching, my coworkers, you know what I mean? And that's in respecting what they do. That's what it's all about. You know, you got to respect stuff. So I have respect. And even for people who ain't got no respect for me, I got no reason to have no disrespect for you. Just don't disrespect me. Now, you can do whatever you want behind my back. I don't care. I don't know. I don't really care. But, I don't have no ill will. Guess who? Mad at who? Because of what? That's how I be thinking about it here. Some people, you invested. Like, oh, man, that's my enemy. My enemy. I wish. Please. If my enemies come from YouTube, then life is grand. Because they're not to walk the streets talking anything, because my enemy's on YouTube. And they're not pulling up, they typing up. So it's on me to read it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I was doing. I was trying to click the messages onto the screen, right? When the screen just went out, I was clicking the messages, and the next thing I know, it went off. Then it's like, camera, it done took me back to StreamYard. I'm like, wait, what's going on? Then it's like, yo, connection is bad. It is. That's funny, because everything else that's connected is still running. But see, I'm ADD, so I could be thrown off and then go into something else and come back. It's nothing. It's nothing. Hey, Queen of O'Hara. Hey, Sis, how you doing? Happy Monday. Yeah, Monday is a kind of day, you know? It come fast, especially when you got to go to work. Man, Monday come faster than it ever came. You'd be like, wait a minute, did we have Saturday? And I don't know about y'all, but whenever I got to go to work on Monday morning, seemed like Sunday tonight, I can't go to sleep. Somebody wanted to pop up and kick it all night. Pookie and them said, oh, my birthday was last week, but we celebrating tonight. Now I got to be up at 6. I went to bed at 3. That's how it is for me when I got to get up in the morning. What up, AAA Club? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. But yeah, like I said, so I came on like, what's up with my peeps? How was your weekend? Did everybody have this good weather? Because even when I heard my city, the Chi, had good weather, I was like, wait a minute. Even the Chi is having the good weather? What? Hold on, Susan. I'm going to have to go look from the inside of my... Hold on. Just paid a bill. Confirmation. Then let's go. Because I'm like, wait a minute. I don't see a wrench on my Susan on my screen on my computer. Oh, it said, say, don't you take my Susan from me. Don't you dare it. Don't you dare it. I love me some Susan. See, real recognize real. See, one thing about me, even when you fake, I could respect you. Look at my dog. He's determined. Whenever you got a cord hanging, your pets are determined to catch up the cord and knock everything down. Hey, bub. Don't you jump up. Don't you jump up, bub. Be nice. Be nice. Bubba, be nice. Sorry, you gotta give love to everybody. He said it's Monday for him too. You know, even though I've been with him since 6 a.m. Okay. Anyway, y'all. Sorry. But yeah, like I said, real recognize real. So I can peep somebody in the gate and be like, I don't know where this gonna go. Saying like they gonna come with some trouble. And I can know like, man, that mom real. They might be angry. They might be mad. You know, but they real. What did you just hit that made you stop pushing the chair? I'm telling you, he determined to knock my light over. But that's me. I just recognize real. So when somebody real, I'm just like, oh, I love your energy because I'm real. Did that make us the same? Does that mean that I don't do wrong or they might not do wrong? I'm not even on all that. I'm just talking about real, recognize real. And one thing I know is real's not perfect. And if you think it is, then you really messed up in your mind thinking that, because you're gonna mess up every time. And you're gonna be taking all these fake people that you thinking real because they know how to act real or talk real, you know. Just like some guys know just what to say, you know, they know just what to say, how to do it. But the truth of the matter is an act, you know, and you can only act for so long. Oh, Aunt Graham, what up, sis? Happy Monday. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, I don't want to come on live. You know why? Because let me tell you something. I got respect. You know what I mean? I got respect. And for anybody and anything I'm doing, I don't care if I'm out selling knockoff purses on the street. I got enough respect for the game that what I can do is observe how it works or a way that it works or what you're doing. But then I'm going to do it my way. And I'm going to have respect for you, not to disrespect. So I'm like, okay, they selling it at the beauty shop down the street. So I'm going to have to go to the one in somebody else's neighborhood because I don't want to disrespect. So when when I support you or I watch you or whatever, I really don't want to come live while you live. Not because I'm worried that who gonna come and who gonna leave yours. I'm not because of those things. It's just because I'm like, well, one, I probably want to watch it all the way through. You know what I mean? Or two, I'm like, hey, you might want to be there. You might want to come stop through yourself. And now I'm leaving you choiceless. But yeah, but I was like, oh, I gotta get this live out because I really want today to be like productive on just upgrading, you know, my channel, my stuff, you know, learning more things, learning how to do more things with this StreamYard, that kind of stuff. So I really want to get on that. And I know that the best moment is the moment you're thinking about it, because you'll come up off this live and then be like, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to watch some TV, or I'm going to go see who on YouTube and what they doing. And the next thing I know, I'll be like, it's 6 o'clock? Wait, it's 6? I'm going to make something to eat. Then I look up because I'm running my mouth about something. It's 9:30. Dang, it's 9:30. And then somebody, it's a 30-minute notice. They get ready. I'm like, dang it, Danny, how did you get there? How did you get there? So I really try when my mind's on the focus. I try to stay focused. Go take care of that. Then get back to everything else. So since I hadn't come live in a few days, I'm like, the first thing I want to do is go live. So even this morning, I woke up maybe about 4. And I couldn't. And the reason I woke up at 4 is because my son texted me at 3 in the morning. I'm thinking some crisis going on. Yeah, no, because you know how it is. You get a text late night in an hour. You jump up, the phone ring, you jumping up. So then I couldn't go back to sleep. But I wasn't up. So I wasn't up like, oh, if I come in the chat and it's open, I want to be talking. But I was up where I'm like, throw these earphones on. I can listen. And so I was just listening. And then Terry Lynn was on. I was listening. I fell back asleep. And I woke up and I thought I had been asleep for hours. And I'm like, wait, it's only been 45 minutes? And then I was up. But I still wasn't up. So I was like, I'll just listen and play the game, you know, until I'm ready to get up, make some coffee, you know, get up. You know what I mean? Not just lay here up. Because sometimes people don't understand. Just because I'm up don't mean I'm up. You know, I'm awake. And even if I close my eyes, I still hear everything. I'm still awake, but I'm not up. I count it as being up when I'm up. So then when I'm up, you know, some say they shit showered and shave. I say, oh, I shit showered and schminnoked. You get it? So I'm up. I'm all the way up. But, honestly, this morning, I ain't even smoked this morning, and not because, like I said, I don't judge anybody on what they do, but I'm an honest person. And like I tell people, I don't judge marijuana because the properties in it is helpful. It can definitely be medicinal, and it can definitely help you with mental anxiety, all kinds of things of that nature. So I'm always a big component of it. And I always wonder, oh, I love my brother. And so I tell people, I wonder where I'd be if I didn't smoke marijuana before I knew that I needed to maybe see a counselor, maybe sit down for some therapy. Maybe, and then even when you go to therapy, it's all these prescriptions they want to put you on, and then they some make you feel worse, some, it depends on who you are. So I'm not here to knock help in any kind of way. I'm not that person. I'm not, because to each his own, and what's best for you is what you'll feel. And so, but yeah, I never knock green. I never. Now, if you are in people's purse to go get you something, I don't care what it is. Stop. It's become a problem. If you're lying and conniving to get it, please stop. Yeah, I don't know where it's helping you while you're hurting yourself. But like I said, but I don't knock the green. I don't. I love you, Mary Jane. I did. But it doesn't explain me. I'm not somebody who got to be lifted, so the only way I could talk to you is lifted. If anything, I would have smoked so that I can ease my brain. So I've had a few surgeries of the stomach. So my stomach sometimes is bad. And I wake up and I can't force an appetite on myself. I can't at all. I can't. So some days I would literally sit around and wait to eat until my sugar was low because I couldn't force it. And if I tried to eat it, it was like forcing it down my throat. And so sometimes smoking, sometimes it's CBD. I have these little drops. And sometimes it's just putting them under my tongue to form an appetite. You know what I mean? So I don't knock anybody. You never know what somebody going through till they tell you or you see it. And sometimes we see it and still don't see it. Eyes wide shut. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something. I don't expect nothing out of no one. And you have to stay in them grounds because the unexpected makes you even happier because I'm not expecting anything. I'm not expecting that you're going to be what I am. So I'm honest because I can't stand a liar. I'm honest because you're not going to turn around and tell me. I'm telling you who I am. Now, if you choose to go make up a new story, that's on you. And I'm real. So I used to think real was just like running up and telling somebody like, man, who you with is this and that and this. No, that's called unfiltered. Know the difference. And you can be unfiltered. Sometimes for some people, when I'm talking to these shorties on the street, I'm unfucking filtered. I'm as real as it's gonna get. I'm not finna sugarcoat it. I'm not finna, I'm none of that. I'm dead up in A, shorty. Why don't we go to the graves over here? And I just want you to count this month's new people that are your age. I'm dead in it. I'm unfiltered. I'm real. But then there's times when I'm like, I wouldn't hear nobody if there's being unfiltered. So when I used to yell at people, when I was pissed, because when I get mad, I'm going to get, first of all, I'm loud already. My grandma has told me since I was a kid, you sound like you have a microphone in your throat. So I'm loud. So when I'm excited, I'm even louder. And one day somebody was yelling and said, I feel like you're not even listening to me. And I said, I'm not. Because I blocked you out the moment you started screaming. But as I said it to him, I literally thought like, well, fool, that's what people doing to you. That's why you sitting here making valid points that no one is listening to. So, pillow talk with Bae, what up? What up? I don't want to ignore nobody. Yeah. Like I said, so smoking is just a different thing. I know people, they don't smoke it, but they have to take it in peel form. They'll take it in edible form. It's still all the same. It's still THC, right? It's still THC, right? And that's the world we live in. I remember one day, I kid you not, before weed was legal. Weed just got legal in my state, like, 2020? Yeah, so it's only a couple of years. We still new to this. We still trying to figure it out, okay? We still don't even have outside growers outside of Illinois coming in because we still trying to make the money on our state. But that's a whole nother part of it, But it used to be people who would be like, oh, when I smell marijuana, I just get so disgusted. And I just like, how trifling. How would you walk around and smell like that? And the same people, when they walk, they purses jiggle because the ratter-tatter-tatter, clatter-clatter, boom, boom, boom of the pills that they got in their purse. But they was in there judging what you doing. Or you'd have people literally, I never smoke marijuana, but chew a bottle of wine in before you go pick them kids up. Somebody could judge that. But I'm not here to judge you. So that's why I tell people, don't judge somebody. Ask yourself why that bothers you. And then tell yourself you'll never do it then. And that's it. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. But yeah, so like I said, it's been a good weekend. I try my best sometimes, like not to be idle. Cause see, when that mind just sitting there boy, you'd be surprised sometimes where to go. And then you'll think people back into existence. Cause you'd be like, I don't even know why I'm thinking of Pookie. Pookie been on my mind all weekend. And sometimes because something's going on, and when you care about people, you can feel them. And sometimes you look up now, Pookie calling you on Tuesday, and you're like, what made Pookie call? Girl, because you done thought him up. That's why Pookie called me. I should have been in that idle time. I should have been playing with my dog on stream, y'all. Sitting around. But I tell people, I don't have no exes where we enemies, because I'm not sitting around that long. The biggest enemies I could think of that I have that are exes and they're not my enemies because the blessing is my children. But if I had to pick one, see, any ex to me is just that. We're not going back there. Like, we did that. We done that. It's okay. It was a lesson. It was a part of life. But enemies, no. Nope. I got friends I don't mess with no more. I'm still not here to diss them. Because once upon a time, we needed each other. You know what I mean? So whether it was we really had a friendship and that's what led us to a place where when it got dark, it hurt. Because once upon a time, there was something really there, but that's it. And I'm just going to speak like, oh, well, I used to have this friend. That's it. That's the deepness of the story. Like, I used to have this friend. But this skank old slut I used to mess with, this old triggity trip, because I have children. And even though my children are grown, I got people I don't mess with now, but they've been in my kids' life their whole life. And I don't need my kids to have, unless they did things that are in danger, and then my kids gonna know, hey, I don't care what we had with Pookity Jew. Don't be nowhere around. But see, when people grown, they're gonna do what they want to do. Because they still gonna go off what they know. So I'm just not that person. I'm not. I'm scared to put the comments back up on the thing, because last time I did that, y'all saw what happened. They told me my connection was bad. Let's try it again. Let's see if it's playing with me. Let's see if it's gonna let it up on there. Bam! We back in business. We are cooking with grease. Who made that saying up? Because all cooking ain't with grease. Like, who made that up? You ever said something and just thought, like, who made this up? Where did it come from? Sometimes I feel like that about half the words that we say. And let me tell you something. When I was in high school, it was teachers. Like, look, on Terry Lee and I brought up being in high school and like some of the things I went through in high school. I would love to tell you all that high school was only bad because of everybody else. But part of it was their badness brought out my worst. And that's why as an adult, I've learned to know that you got to be careful about, you got to know that what you don't like in something is really what it's going to bring out of you. You know what I mean? So when I was in high school and you were going through things with the teachers and all this other stuff, I just gave them what I felt nobody else is going to give them. So like, you think you're going to check and belittle me? I'm checking you. I'm belittling you. You think you're finna this? I'm doing that. I'm doing this. And so I ended up losing. Them teachers kept their jobs. I mean, some of them literally, when I did the documentary 20 years later, about the school when I was there. I mean, I'm like, you still here? You still here? One of the teachers who caused me so much drama when I was there, and she was just evil. I mean, her mouth was vicious. Even though she would tell you that I never got hurt by anything she said, because I'm not the type to sit up and let you see me sweat. You know what I mean? But she ended up being evil and saying some of the same things to my son that she had said to me. And I drew the line like, hey, here's what I'm not going to do. I don't give a... See, this is the problem. So when we went to Oak Park, because it is a good suburb in Chicago, because you got a wealthy part of it, and then you just got a regular part of it. There's straight middle class people who just are coming for something better, a better educational system. Because there are parts of Chicago that there are great people, but the educational system is shit. It's shit. Many children left behind. Okay, especially when you go back to when I was there. It's taking this process to get better. And we got better leaderships under the Board of Education and stuff like that. But I mean, it's still a work in progress because it's failed for so long. So many people just don't even believe in it. But anyway, when I was there, that was one reason my mom wanted us there. It's because she's like, oh my God, it's like the number 2 school in the country at this time. It's this, it offers all these languages. It does this, it does this, it does this. And she never thought, like, because I'm bringing 2 children from the south side of Chicago, you know what I mean, to this high school where they didn't even get offered the education that the kids from the junior high coming to that high school from out there in that suburb had. So we're behind. So from the moment we came in, the first thing they did was put you in everything to fail. You weren't prepared for it. I literally, this is not a lie. I would make this up, because I'm not downing them as much as it hurt me. Like, I literally got to high school. They put me in geography, and I'm like, wait a minute. I don't even know how many countries there are. We ain't been in no class where we talked about nothing like that. I don't think we talked about the United States. That's the world to me. You know what I mean? And so half the class I was in, I was not prepared for. So then it was like, oh, we need to do something else with her. Oh, you know what? We're gonna test her and everything else. And so anyway, I ended up getting an IEP. They ended up putting me in there, on campus program in their classes for people with attention deficits and, all kind of things. And at first I got up there and like, I don't even know why I'm here. But really, one of the things they were right on was I was dyslexic. But that wasn't what they were addressing, period. So when I first got up there, I literally used to walk in class and put my whole head on my desk. Just lay it down. Lay it down, lay it down. Danielle laid it down. Like, literally, I'd just be laying down. And we got our report cards, and I had all C's and D's. I said, wait a minute. I didn't even do nothing. So I said, I love this OC program I'm in. We get to go to a break room and shoot pool, watch Jerry Springer, watch, what's the name of that? Jukebox. You know what I'm saying? We in there watching Jukebox. We in there jumping on their phone that's in the break room, ordering videos from Jukebox. We bought candy at a candy store inside of a program. Like, we living as far as I'm concerned. We would go crazy and nobody did nothing because we was in OC. And the next semester came and I failed everything. And I said, wait a minute, I did the same thing I did last time. How did I, not get the same results? Because it was part of the plan to keep me there. And then in that, I just started getting worse. Well, now I wouldn't even come to class. Like I said, somebody's having a drink. I say, forget it. I hit you in the bathroom, meet you in the bathroom, had this drink with you. You know what I'm saying? And keep it moving. And so I wasn't even learning. So then I ended up having a surgery. I had my first surgery. You know what I mean? 15 years old, got my first surgery. What was my first cyst? My first cyst was 8 pounds. I had an 8-pound cyst on my left ovary and had to have my ovary removed. That really changed how I looked at life. You know what I'm saying? Like, as young as I was, I just looked different. Like, shorties get sick. Like, we get messed up and stuff. Because shorties get away with everything down to 187 is where I'm from. You know what I mean? So what? And it changed me. So I decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to go back to school. And I'm going to do right. And my dean was a dick. Like, there's no other word to say it. He was a jerk. He was a racist. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. He was. And so my dean was like, well, look, if she coming back to school, we not giving her an elevator pass. She could come back when she don't need an elevator pass because we not giving her one. And you had to have an elevator pass to be on the elevator. So at first I'm like, forget it. You know what? He trying to put obstacles in front of me. You know what I mean? Because he done literally told me already, he know I ain't gonna never be none. My dean literally told me one day, like, I guarantee you'll be dead by 21. Or a whore. Does he see me in here prostituting? Like, what? Why am I gonna be a whore? Or why am I dead? Like, why is this how he looks at me? So I'm like, I'm gonna prove him wrong. So I'm like, I don't need a pass. I'll go without it. He looked dead in my face, and he said at that meeting, reinstating me back in. He said, if we catch you on that elevator, it's over. I said, well, I ain't gonna be on the elevator. So the first 2 days, because I'm me, we all the way on the 4th floor. I gotta go down to the 2nd floor, see my people, because you're not gonna ice me up here like we in prison, like this the jail, and everybody else is out. You know what I'm saying? And we just in jail. We don't even get to go to the yard. We on 24/7 lockdown. So I would go downstairs, and I'm coming up the stairs that second day, and I'm thinking, all these stairs is like tearing into my staples, because I had like 30 staples in my stomach still, because staples don't come out instantly. And so I'm like, I don't know if tomorrow I'll be able to hit these stairs. So the next day, I go to my dean in the morning. I call myself giving a different approach. I go in, I tell him, look, I know you don't, trust me. I know you don't even like me, whatever. I just need an elevator pass. You know what I mean? Just if you can give me one to the end of this week, I promise you I won't ask for one next week. He was like, no, with a straight face, no, you can stop talking, no. And he said, matter of fact, that bell getting ready to ring, you're going to be tardy. You get so many tardies, you're going to get a detention, right? So he said, that bell getting ready to ring, and since you got to hit them stairs, gets to hitting them stairs. I said, okay. So when I walked out, my buddy was coming out of his dean's office, and he said, man, because I was rubbing my stomach. He said, man, D, I can't even believe you back in school. I thought you just, remember, people going to hold you at yet. I thought you just drop out and be done with school. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to finish this out. You know what I mean? I'm going to finish this out. This is the start of our junior year. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish it. I'm so many credits behind. Like, I got to catch up. I got a lot of catching up to do. So he said, come on, man, let's take the elevator, man. We ain't going to walk up them stairs, I said, okay, now, in hindsight, why would I get on the elevator right outside the dean's office? In hindsight. But in the moment, I'm just like, forget it. Well, my buddy's saying I don't need to be hitting these stairs. And I know I don't need to be hitting these stairs. Because if you ever had staples, you keep erupting. It's like the healing is bad. So sometimes you'll bleed a little bit in your staples. So those 2 days on the stairs was ripping at me. But I'm still, because I'm me at this time. I'm still kicking it outside. I'm still doing all this stuff. So I'm like, man, I'm just going to go through the pain. And I have a very high tolerance for pain, but threshold for pain. Like I can take a lot of it, and that's not good. But anyway, so we get on the elevator. I kid y'all not, we get to the 4th floor. The security guard is standing in front of the elevator. Like he was waiting. Like my dean was like, go, security, hit the 4th floor. I know just where she's going. She's on elevator BC. Meet her at the 4th floor. Because when we got up there, he was standing at the doors with his hands up against the thing. Like, you ain't getting past. So when you do it, like I said, we young. We already in a program. And some of these people are off the chain. So my buddy like, hey, if you don't get your, he cussing them out. Man, move yourself about the way. Woo, woo, woo. So my buddy push him out the way, like, get the fuck out my way, dude. What's your problem? So when he pushed him, I laugh a little bit. I'm standing in the back of the elevator because when he's standing there, I'm just leaning up against, the little thing on the elevator. So I'm leaning like, here we go. I'm about to get suspended. I'd have been suspended so many times. My sophomore year was mostly being suspended. You know what I mean? It was just being suspended. And so I'm like, I'm gonna get suspended. And one of the things I told my mama I was going to do right. So when my buddy pushed him, I'm like, oh, well, he done pushed me out the way. I'm getting ready to come out. I go. He stopped me, like literally put his hand to my chest to stop me. So when he does that, I lift up my shirt. Because like I said, I got staples and a bikini cut going across my stomach. You can't miss this metal. I lift up my shirt and I say, man, back the fuck up. I got staples in my stomach. I ain't on this elevator for fun. As soon as I say it, he hits his walkie. I can't make this shit up. I will never forget. He hits his walkie-talkie and says, we got her. I got Robinson right here. You got who? So instantly, I'm pissed. So now I'm like, man, bump you, woody woo, scoobity doo. So I start heading for my locker because I'm thinking, I got to get up out of here. You know what I mean? This is about to get ugly before it get better. So my dean come flying up a flight of stairs because he done ran up. He didn't even wait for an elevator. He said, I'm running up. He got a folder in his hand. I mean, like, he ready for me to go. So so now it becomes verbal, a verbal going in this hallway. I'm going in. I'm on you. I'm on them. I'm on him. You know, they keep saying you people. Now I'm on they race. I'm going off. I'm losing my mind. But I knew it was over. Like, so they put me out. They offered for me to go to a school. You know what I mean? And it was a school where basically all of the African Americans that was trouble, they sent them down. And so I had a couple of buddies there. Like I said, one of my buddies had just got his jaw broke up in there a week before fighting one of the security guys. I'm like, my mom like, she ain't going there. Because if you send her there, I know she's going to fight with them. And we setting her up to lose. So my mother said, hey, where do you send the Caucasians? Give her a chance there. If all these the same program, send her there. And they did. And it was called Forest Academy. You know what I mean? It was in Bolingbrook. It was an old funeral home. And so I already didn't like that because I don't like death. And back then, I really didn't even know how to understand it because I had lost too much young. So I really was real off on death. And so I go to the school. It's crazy up in there. And like, not even funny crazy. Like, I mean, first of all, you got a therapy every day. I mean, I'm in therapy groups. I don't even know why I'm in them. But I'm like, why am I in this group? And then, like I said, when you came in, you got to take a school bus. So now I'm on a school bus, ducking down, hiding my head. So now I'm getting into it on the school bus with people because I'm letting them know, like, hey, yo, me and the school bus shouldn't even be so. Like, I shouldn't even be on this. And so I'm angry. You know, you walk in, kids got to take their medication. Then we got to all sit down in what they call the little cafeteria because it's only like 48 kids go to this whole school. You got to all sit down. So they basically till their medications kick in. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not even allowed to go anywhere. There's no doors on the bathroom. They got this little room, you know what I mean, for you to be calm in. Y'all, it's a closet. I ain't going to make it up. It was a closet. It had no handle on the inside. And I ain't never going in there. Then one day I lost it. You know what I'm saying? I lost it. They put me up in there. I thought two things. I can't live like this. Like, I can't let, like, this can't be my life. Like, so I gave up that day in that closet on school, on education completely. I gave up on the whole system of it. And then my school, Oak Park, where I should have been able to come back to if I got myself together, which I wasn't doing that. But if I did, literally put me on a band where I couldn't come to any events, any game. I mean, like, I was like, what the did I do? Like, what did I do? So I just gave up. So I spent years, you know what I mean? Before I went and got a GED, I spent years like bump school. I get money. I make more money than people go get a job. Like, I get money. I get money. And if I was doing right, my family would have, you know, because the blessing with my family is I've seen people go from the bottom, but not even know you're at the bottom because you're making it to the top. You know what I'm saying? And go to the top and stay there. And stay there. So I you know, I've never felt like I ain't never had. You know what I mean? I never looked at it like that because I had things you couldn't buy. I had things, you know what I'm saying, that made me happy. You know what I mean? So, but I knew I was like failing what my mother stood for. But I was so called in me, I didn't care. Hey, crazy cat mama. How you doing? Happy Monday. Yeah, so it was hard. Those few years, I loved to, man, drinking a lot. Man, and I'd love to tell you that, like I said, I'd love to tell you I didn't become a parent in that time, or I should have just been, you know, I was just dragging my own life up. I'd love to tell you that. But I was so unhappy. And I saw my trust for so much was just shattered, scarred, gone, done, finito, finished, you know. And then there many things happened at that school that were terrible. So like I said, when I went to do the documentary, like when my kids wanted to go there years later, and I wanted to offer them something and see what they could make out of it. And I didn't want to have these asterisks next to them telling me, like, if you would have did this, it would have been this way. And so, because for years I did that to my mama, where I thought, like, if you just would have listened to me and did this, it would have went this way. But then I forget about the part I got to play. But you're too young to even know the part you need to play. So when my kids enrolled, my mother did it. I thank God for her. Because I couldn't do it. And I told her, because when my anxiety works up, I go into fight or flight. And it gets so bad that I'm angry, I'm upset, you know what I mean? I'm irrational. I talk really, really fast because my mind is going a million miles an hour. So my mother said, you know what? I'll register the kids. And so my mom did that. Hey, Tina. Sorry, y'all. You know my ass bad. But G5.BT, what up, G5? Happy Monday. But anyway, so my mother registered them. But when we started to do the documentary, so for anyone who didn't hear the story, I was in a documentary called America to Me. It's on Stars. It's still on Stars. It's been on Stars since 2018. We filmed it in 2016 until 2017, the whole junior year of my son, my youngest son in high school. But my daughter graduated in that year because she was a senior. So anyway, so where was I? So when I finally did the documentary, or when they wanted my son, I just knew, I'm no fool. The person who's doing this, Steve James, who is the director of the documentary, I'm still cool with him. He's a great person. He did Hoop Dreams. But anyway, at first, before I met him, I thought, oh, he probably done seen my record, because I got a record at Oak Park. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because they would make up stories. I remember once walking up to a girl, because I'm going to go back and forth a little bit, y'all. But I remember one day in high school walking up to a girl that was messing with my buddy, and she had his jacket, his starter jacket. He kept telling me, man, I can't come up to the high school. Just grab my jacket back from her. So I'll come up to her. We had a little restaurant by the high school at a lunch period. I'll come up to her like, hey, woo-woo want his jacket back, so I'm going to go ahead and grab it from you. You know, I'm going to go ahead and take that jacket from you. You know, I'm not going to take it off you. I didn't go and grab her collars and pull it off. Just told her, hey, I need that jacket. She got to talking crazy. I told her, you're going to up that jacket right now. Like, run that jacket. She ran the jacket, but then she ran back to school as if I stole her jacket. And even when I got back to the school and explained that the jacket wasn't even hers, you know what I mean? Like, her parents can't come up in here and say they bought it. They don't even like the dude who gave her the jacket. I know it for a fact because I be with her when her parents is. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, because I ain't getting into somebody else's business. But I'm like, this is his jacket. Even when they found that out, they suspended me. And they suspended me for stealing. For stealing. As if I walked through the locker rooms and just going through lockers and grab. What? And so anyway, so I said, oh no, they just want to put my son in the documentary so they can dog me out more, you know, and I thought I was so over them. But then when I walked in that building, I could feel it. I could feel where it failed me, where I failed myself and gave up. I could feel my friends who had gave up, who were no longer here. I could feel the people who I knew now were drinkers or druggies or whatever it had become. I could feel it. And I was traumatized all over again. I was traumatized all over again. I mentally broke down so bad in that year of film, and there would be days they would be coming to film, and I just tell them, like, I have no idea what I might say. But I know it'll be the truth. And then one day it just hit me like, I have waited since 1996 for somebody to hear my story and know that it come from, like, I don't want to see this with anyone else. And yes, this may be a beautiful place, and this may have all these sources for everything else, but there's an underlying problem going on here that we need to address. And the worst part is it's still going on, and we in 2017, you know what I mean? And my son said something at the beginning of the documentary that they play as a running thing to promote in the commercial for the documentary when it was coming out. And that was when he said that he felt like people just looked at him and all they saw was a Black boy. That was wrong. Nothing else. They had already wrote him out. And when I watched the clip, Because even like when my kids film, my son film, because my other children, I don't really want to be in this because we're going through something right now. And by law, we're technically declared homeless because we were leaving our home. And we were leaving our home, and it felt like the worst transition, but it became one of the best transitions of life. But when I watched the clips, I remember thinking, like, I know my son telling the truth. Because I felt just like that. I felt like maybe it was something wrong with just being from the city. Maybe it was something wrong that my mom was a single mom once upon a time and that my stepdad wasn't my birth dad. Maybe it was something wrong. Yeah, I didn't know, but I just felt all these things. So I thought maybe he felt like maybe it's something wrong because my mom had us so young. Maybe it's something wrong because we're losing our home right now. But being in a documentary saved my life. Because I kid y'all not, I would have people come up to me when that documentary, and then I traveled to promote the documentary. I went to Dallas, I went to Virginia, I went to California, and got to go to the Beverly Hills Hotel where they filmed Pretty Woman, one of my favorite movies. And me and my son were the pretty women. Like, we were the it. In my birth state, because I was really wronged, and now I had a chance to help somebody else. You know? And so everybody else in documentaries, they told their story, but I told my truth. I told my truth. And it felt better. And the day we had to go back to Oak Park and River Forest and film one of our, videos when they were airing the last episode on Stars, when I got there, first the school told the directors and stuff I couldn't come, that they had a problem with that. But their real problem was the truth I sat on. I sat on a big truth with that building. The terrible things that were going on that I haven't even addressed on here yet. And because sometimes it takes a piece to bring it out, because, you go too deep in it, it's going to take me back there. But, as bad as it was, I never want to go through it again. I wouldn't want to see anyone's children go through it. But it happened so that later that story could come out. And I had people reaching out to me from everywhere. Let me tell y'all something. I literally, because I had jumped on Facebook in 2016, and everybody told me, like, hey, when the documentary's coming out, the director told me, he said, hey, you ready for your social media to change? I hope my social media change. I don't mess with nobody but who I know. I kid y'all not, I wake up some morning, have 600-700 subscriber requests. And I'm like, well, why is everybody looking for me? Why are they looking? But then I would have people reach out to me and say, hey, I know you're not making up what happened to you in school. It didn't happen to me at that school, but it happened to me in a school. And I felt like nobody ever heard me. I had people running for office ask me to come and join in their thing. Had the NAACP branch for the west side of Chicago come out and reach out to me. Like, it changed my life. It changed my life. And some things I didn't jump on at that moment because really mentally I wasn't where I'm at now. So the dark was going to overweigh. If you moved the wrong way, it was going. I remember being in LA checking people who were like responsible for taking us. Like, the day I was supposed to interview with Star, I didn't. My son was in Time magazine. I didn't because it was anger in me. Like, you won't exploit me. I won't be your guinea pig. I won't be your little story. And then when it's all over, you just leave me alone to live in what I've been through, So I had a lot of growing to do. But I never deny that because, like I said, there's going to be a day somebody, because it always happens. I was in Georgia last year. And when I came out to Georgia, I went to somebody's party, and I kid you not, a lady got out the car and said, oh my goodness, they're running America to me. You the girl from America to me? You the mama bear? Is that what you call me? I guess. And even when I went from state to state, I used to think sometimes, oh, go do this and go get G'd up and do this. I said, no, I got to give them me. Because sometimes when we get too caught up in trying to impress everybody else and make them see like in some way, they don't realize that I'm still trying to show you a process. I'm still trying to show you as I grow, as I learn, as I move on. So like I said, y'all I can get on them stories for hours, but I'm coming a little out. I'm coming a little out of it. Just thinking about it, and then just thinking about children going through that because they have IEPs, children going through that because they have learning curves, children going through that because they're in a school in a poor community. So there was a school, actually, I wish I could remember the name because we had two events in Chicago. One was at the University of Illinois in Chicago. It was there in their theater. And then the other one was at Oak Park River Forest. That was the last one. But when we went to the University of Illinois in Chicago, when we went there for our little interview and stuff, some kids from Oswego, they came, their whole BD program came. And these kids, man, were hugging on me. And they just reminded me that I did the right thing, because when they were hugging me, I'm okay, Nina. I'm okay. I'm okay, Bubba. I'm okay. I'm okay, Bubba. I'm talking about the kids, and you know how I get about the kids, Bubba. Bubba. Let me kiss you. Okay, thank you. I love you. Sorry, guys. But they just reminded me that I was doing the right thing because they had hope. And when I was in their situation, I didn't have hope. I didn't. I didn't have enough hope, to be honest, with my mother completely of what was going on and think she'd understand, because I felt like she thought this would be a good program for me and it failed me. So I was angry. So when those kids had hope, I decided then that a change must come. So when people try to tell me I'm doing something for the two, I say, baby, you better wake up. You better wake up. You better wake up. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. The fights I'm going to fight and the battles I'm going to fight, I don't give a if I lose them. I'm going to win the war. That's my word. That's my word. That's my word. I was meant to be heard. I went through the things I went through in life one day to sit in a place and let people understand I do know. And so, that's it. Well, it's on stars. You know what? Actually, I'm going to call because, oh my goodness, I'm trying to think. I don't want to say the wrong name. They're going to get mad if I do, because they were great people too. I don't really have constant contact with the lady, but there was makes me want to go find my t-shirt. But I mean, I have the DVD. I think that's back in Chicago. Of course, when it came out, they're going to give us the whole DVD, and I can get passes to Stars, And actually, even going in there, when we were in Beverly Hills, the people from Stars, the heads, they were there. And one of their wives came with their whole daughter, these whole rich people. And they literally ran up and said, Miss Robinson, my daughter, one, has a crush on your son. Okay, so I brought her. She wanted to take a picture with him. And two, I love you. And I went to Dallas, and where we had our thing in Dallas was a plantation once upon a time. And I sat there, and this elderly white lady came up to me at the end. She was about 80. And she said, thank you. She said, thank you. Because I thank you for letting me hear your story. And you're a good person. You changed something. I wish my granddaddy could have saw it. But see, I know they see me. And so, y'all, the how it changed me. But yeah, when we was out there, they were like, I was somebody. You was somebody. I was somebody. They had me staying right off Venice. You know what I mean? Right by Venice, where they have the, what do they call it, where the boats come, not the pier. My mind is running because then I always mess up when I'm thinking. But we were right there. So we were right on the other side of Venice where we could walk right over to Venice. But then you right by the, what is that called, where all them boats are? fishing boats and stuff. But anyway, it's right by Venice. But we were outside where the little man-made beach is, and we were at the hotel right there. Same hotel they filmed the season of Hell's Kitchen, and he took them on a trip and everything. I was there. And I was like somebody. Like this nobody, this 16 and pregnant chick, this single mother, this getting my GED at 23, this girl with dyslexia, this dyslexic, this girl who, this girl who done beat all her lives, this girl who everybody counted out. And I could finally look in the mirror and be proud of me and really see that I was somebody. Like, oof, y'all don't know. I'm telling you. Through that, get understanding. So when I see people, I'm not here to knock you when you're down. I'm here to hopefully see you when you up. That's it. If you don't believe that, don't. If you don't, see, once again, it makes me think about Tupac because he motivated me too. When he said, against all odds, though life was hard to carry on, living in the projects, broke with no lights on. To all the seeds that follow me. Y'all just don't know. Oh, y'all know I love y'all because I'm sitting here because I never hesitate to stand in the truth. Mine. I can't stand nobody else's. It's a bunch of people I've been around and do their whole thing. I'm not here to tell their story. But I can tell you, man. And I can go from end to beginning, middle to end, beginning to end, however you want or however I feel suited to tell it. Because anybody who even knows therapy, you know that you don't walk in the therapist's office. Hold on. Today I'm giving you everything. Where you want to start from? My first memory or my second? They got to bring it out of you because, see, we put stuff back in here. And this part of the brain said, do not touch. And anytime something touch it, we find a way to fight it back. Oh, I'm going to drink it back. I'm going to smoke it back. I'm going to lay up and put it back. I'm going to whatever. I'm going to go lay in this bed and not get up and put it back. But that's what we do with it. And it consumes us. And it makes us become the thing that we were trying our best to prove we weren't. It makes us become not in love with ourselves. So I spent all these years fighting. And while I was fighting, I forgot to love myself. I forgot to be thankful that I made it, that I did not become strung out on drugs. Because, see, that was the easy way to go. Because that was the way that would have been so simple in reality. And people probably would say, oh, I saw that coming. I remember when she was 10 and that teacher, I knew it was coming. Thank you, crazy mom. Thank you, crazy cat mom. And I had to learn that. So that's what I tell everybody. You somebody. You a light. We all are a light. In our light, we might have some of the same type of things that took place, but they happened different and gave us something different so we could shine together. So we can shine together. You ever been hurt? You can recognize pain. And I know one thing, that when I was in pain, I hurt too. I hurt a bunch of people. I did. Because sometimes I told you, at one point I was so angry, joy made me mad. Because I thought, how dare their life be so good? How dare them be happy? Thank you, Susan. But yeah, y'all, like I said, I am truly just giving you all a real moment of me. A real moment. I don't sometimes people get your piece in just leave you there. You dangling on the edge. Please give me more. I need to know, what happened? Why did the school do this? Why were they that? Why were they that? I'm not making this up for a good story to tell. I wish that wasn't a story to tell. You think it was cheap for my family to move to Oak Park? To give us something better? I wish I gave you a different story. But that's not my story. That's not my story. And like I said, I'm old enough to tell you, some of the stuff is on me. Because like I said, They threw fire, I sprayed it with gasoline. You understand? Like, I just made it worse. I didn't know no better. I didn't know no. And that's also why I learned, too, the power as an adult is you better be careful what you're doing because you're impacting a shorty right now. There's a shorty around you who sees something and they going to do it different. You think you showing them how to not? Like I told y'all, I used to think because I stayed on God. Hey, you want it? I'm getting it. We coming. We pulling up. I roll right up on your crib, Jack. I would take your, I'll pop you, man, whatever. I've lived by that. So even though my kids we never had nobody come to our crib on that. We never had these type of things happen. I thought, I protected them by doing that. But I taught them how to just flex, how to go off, how to snap, how to always be in the bundle. But they didn't realize that I stayed 10 toes down and never had to go into the fight because people knew I meant just what I said. And if I did, these goony goongoos behind me gonna do it. So when I looked one day and I saw it in my kids and I said, how do you even stop them? I had to first accept that I was wrong. That I was wrong. That I didn't get out my pain by being wrong. I got out my pain the moment I realized I couldn't go over it. I couldn't go under it. I had to go straight through it. And so, like I said, there's 9 different little girls in me looking for the answer. And the only person give it to them is me. This me got to go back into them. And I got to go back to them places I left them at. How's everybody's weekend? How was your weekend? Mm-hmm. They do. They do. That's why I never make fun of one drug addict, one alcoholic, one person severely depressed, because I know I was only a snap away from being there. And I know sometimes I was there, but I was right on the gate of it. You know what I mean? It's either fall back in line or fall all the way in. And I promise you, it was the prayers and the love of people wasn't even appreciating at the time that pulled me back. If love hadn't won me, I wouldn't even use it to y'all. I'd be telling y'all like, no, keep on doing the wrong thing and you won't get the right answers. No. What's winning the battle when you lose the war? I used to just want to win the battle because I'm always in the fight. I want to win the war. I want to win the war. And to win the war, I got to make sure that somebody else ain't in that same battle. And if they are, they way more prepared than we were. That's it. That's it. That is it. Guys, I have yeah, like I said, and it's not even taking me to a dark place. Like it just reminds you, so it makes you think of things. Like I said, it makes me think of the, people who were going through those same things in that program with me inside that school. And a few of them aren't here anymore because they gave up when I gave up. They gave all the way up. And so sometimes you wish you could have saved them. But their life will never be in vain as long as they walk through my path. Because I'm going to live for them. I'm going to fight for all of us. I'm fighting for all of us. The ones who will speak, the ones who won't. I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight. So like I said, you want to see tears come to my eyes. No, I'm in the fight. No, it's something. I'm in the fight. I'm in the fight. And my soul won't rest until I do right. But yeah, like I said, never know what I'm going to talk about with y'all. Never know. I never know where I'm going to go with you. That's why I know I love you. Because I'm willing to go. I'm willing to go. I'm willing to go. When you show up, I'm going to show out. I'm willing to go. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. Thank you for stopping in and listening to me. Thank you for coming through to tell me happy MOFO Monday. Thank ya for subscribing. Thank you for hitting that like button. You know, when it's over, come back, leave a comment so we can talk back and forth. Today, I didn't even really read all the comments, you know, and because I'm, like I told you, I keep getting lost. Because that's what hit my heart at that moment. So that's what I got out. But yeah, I really appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Most of our wisdom comes from pain. You know, once we get on the other side of it. That's it. I'm no better, no worse than anybody else. And at the end, I'm gonna fight for all of us. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's what I was put here for. Yes. Yes, it starts. You saw at the beginning of this live, Mike came on. He said, "Hold on, Danny. Don't you get to talking without listening to my song." He came right on my thing. Let me see. Let me see as I get ready to leave. What music want to hit their ears? Want to hit my eardrums? Thank you, AAA. Thank you, Crazy Cat Mama. Thank you, guys. You know what? I thank you all for your words, for your love, for your respect. And I know that, like I said, real recognize real, you know. And even when we bad or we do bad, you know, good will bring the good out of us, or that good moment or whatever. So I'm on here knowing that when I'm gone, if this was my chance to say something, I got to do it right. I got to do it right. I did it wrong. You know, I've been a leader, and where I thought I was leading people somewhere good, I was really leading them somewhere bad because I was there. So in my leader seat this time, I'm prepared. I'm prepared to do it the right way. So I love you. Thank you for coming through. Happy Monday. I'm going to do an upload today. I'm going to go through and give some love and support, you know, because when I come to the content creators page, I'm also giving love and support to their subscribers too. Because I'm one of y'all when I'm up in there. I promise you, I'm not in the booth as a content creator. I'm in there as a supporter, a subscriber, you know. I'm that. But so I'm going to do those things today. I'm actually going to take Nina. We're going to go for a little walk. And we're going to breathe in the air. And I'm going to let the trees blow and let my ancestors let me know that they are here. I feel their presence in the air. I feel them. I feel them. And so I thank y'all. I thank y'all for this moment. I thank y'all. I thank YouTube for even making a platform. I thank every content creator that showed me the right and wrong way. And I just did it my way. So I love you guys. Hey, so obviously, hey, happy Monday, sis. Right when I was getting ready to shake and bake up out of here. But I always say this. See, that's what I like to say now. It's just like when you plan to get up with somebody, like, yeah, Saturday night, we're going to get up, we're going to go, we're going to get it. And something happened. Oh, my son got a fever. I can't even get up with you Saturday night. I don't want to plan. Because I feel like every time I tell y'all, like, I'm going to be back on this ladder today. We have company, we go somewhere or whatever. And I'm like, I ain't up here with my beats. You know, but see, with these earphones, I can always listen to what's going on. I'd be like, oh, I might not be on it. Because I can go live around my people, but I have respect for people. So even ain't nobody holding no criminal conversations or nothing. But when we all kicking each other, I want to enjoy the moment I'm in. So even if while we kicking it or watching a movie, I might be listening to some YouTube in my ear because that's part of my life, you know. That's part of my life. But I also want to enjoy them. You know, you got to enjoy the moment you're in because there's no guarantee I'm going to get it again. So, guys, like I said, I love you, man. The real way, the long way, the right way. You know what I mean? And for anybody who doesn't know what that means, it means it's the real way. It's from my heart. And I'm not in love with you. I got love for you and respect for you. You know, that's the real way for me. You know, the right way is the way I should have always been loving. And it started with loving myself. You know, in the long way, I mean, you might turn on me and I'm still going to have love for you. For real, because it's real. So have a good one, all my queens, all my kings. Much love to you. And like I said, in the comments, you know, tell me about something or Or you don't have to tell me. Tell me what you thought about what we talked about. Tell me how your weekend was. You know. Love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And on that kind, sweet word, let me get out of here. Because that means I'm doing something right. You know? Because I could be dark and it'd be easy. Because the truth of the matter is we might think in this sector it's a little dark. It's half of YouTube is dark. It is. Because half of it, because all of it's in pain. But half of it is dark. But like I said, there's more. There's more. I'm glad I'm not the only one, you know? So I know it's more, you know? Some of us are sitting right in here and we're just subscribers, but you're a light, you know? It's somebody who, when you come in a room, they don't want to act that fool. You know, like when your mama come in the room, you ain't going to act that fool. So that's good. Just be a light, because we all are a light. And the more we shine, the better it's going to be. And that's how we're going to change the world, starting with ourselves, and we're going to change it. And I believe that. I believe good wins. I really do. I really do. I really do. All right, guys, I'm out. Love you. I've said that 5 times. And I'll get back at y'all later. Have a good one.